it's your one and only one, Dhyutidhara Bandooni. And looking at this chessboard, you must have realized that this video is about chess. Well, you're right. This video is about chess. I'm going to teach you everything. All its strategies, tactics. The tactics include double attack, fork, pin, skewer, castling. Also, there's also pawn promotion, en passant, and yeah, there are tactics. And also, I'm gonna teach everything, and I'm also gonna teach about the pieces very quickly. And I'm also growing. I'm beating a chess master, aka my papa, 4 times, but he has beaten me 10 times. And I'm still learning chess. So I thought, why not make a chess video? So here it is. I am gonna make a surprise at the end of the video. So fasten your seatbelts and let's begin. So first I'm gonna very quickly tell about all the pieces. These are called pawns, rooks, knights, bishops, king, queen, bishop, knight, rook. And so yeah, these are all the pieces. The pawns move 1 square forward in only one direction, straight, but on the first move they can move 1 or 2 squares. And please pay attention, I'm going to say it really fast. The bishops move diagonally, and by diagonally I mean like that. They capture pieces by moving to their squares like that. But pawns capture pieces 1 square diagonally, not in front. Okay? The rooks are the easiest piece to learn. They move in the plus pattern, going only vertically or horizontally, and captures pieces by moving to their square. Simple. The knights move in L shape or boot shape. They move 2 squares in one direction except diagonal, then 1 square to the left or right or up and down like this. 1, 2. Okay? That's about all the pieces, and they capture by going. They don't capture because they cross paths of other pieces. Only capture pieces on the final move destination. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the tactics. The most commonly used tactics is known as a fork. So, a fork happens when a piece moves to a certain square where it's attacking 2 pieces or more at the same time. For example, this rook moved to here, and then it's attacking the bishop and knight. Either lose the knight but save the bishop, or save the bishop but lose the knight. So there. Another tactic is known as a pin. So I just need this. A pin is when a long-ranged piece goes to a certain square where it is attacking another piece, but that piece cannot move either of losing the king without check or checkmate, I'll talk later, or for fear of moving because the queen is behind it and it will get captured. So there. You cannot lose the king. If you lose the king, you lose the game. So there. Another type is known as a decoy. Let me just set it up. Need this to be here. So here. So just one move and it will be a mate. I'll talk about that later. But this king is here, and he can escape back. That's the problem. What will you do? Well, there's a solution. To solve this problem, we need to take the tactic of decoy. So the tactic of decoy is forcing a piece to a certain square where it will get killed. So the white guy moves his rook here, and then once the king captures, mate. That is one tactic. Another tactic that I know is called en passant. Wait. Okay. En passant is a special rule applied to only pawns and no other piece at all. So your pawn needs to be on, if you are playing as white, your pawn needs to be on this rank, and if you are on black, it's to be on this rank. So imagine your pawn is on the correct rank. A rank is the horizontal things, lines in chessboards, and files are the vertical ones. So what happens if this pawn moves 1? Immediate capture, right? But what happens if it moves 2? It's unfair. How can you capture this now? It's unfair. But there is a special rule. There's still a right to capture. You can capture it by moving to the square directly behind it, and it's captured. Easy peasy. But there are some rules. One rule is that the pawn can only move 2 squares. So if this guy moves this pawn 1 square and white makes another move and black moves the pawn forward once more, now you cannot capture the pawn en passant. It's also called en passant. It's also not achieved if you played this and he played another move and he also played another move. Now you also played another move. Now you cannot capture en passant at all. No exceptions. You have to do it on your very next turn. There's also another rule. Let me just... Okay, this rule is called castling. Castling is when you move your king 2 squares towards any rook, then hop that rook over the king so it lands beside it. Now you've just done castling. Well done. So your king is tucked aside into safety. So if you do the short castle, where you move your king towards the rook on the right, that's kingside castling. And if you move your king towards the rook, the long castle towards the left rook, and hop that rook over, you've just done queenside castling like that. That is castling. There are some rules to castling. One rule is that you should not be passing through check at all. What that means is that now you can't castle queenside because this rook is controlling this square. It also works if something is controlling this square, or multiple of those. Okay? So you can only castle kingside. And the king should not be in check. So you can see the king is in check. He's being attacked. Check means the king is being attacked, and he has to save his king. Otherwise, he loses the game. You have to say check in that scenario. Now he cannot castle because he's in check. You cannot castle in check. There should not be any pieces in between, and the castling should be the king's very first move and that rook's very first move. Then, so those are tactics. Well, that was a lot of tactics, right? Well, now I'm going to talk about checkmate and stalemate. So, those are technically tactics, right? Yeah. So, I told you a check means that the opponent's king is under attack and he must do something to save it, otherwise he loses his king and he loses the game. In this scenario, when he's attacking the king, he's in check, and the player who's attacking the opponent's king must say check out loud. Okay? So then he must either block the check, and by block I mean put a piece in between the king and the attacking piece, move to a safe square, or capture the checking piece. Okay? But if there is a scenario where the king is under attack and there is no way to save the king, then the player who is losing the king no matter what is checkmate. The game is over and the player who gave him checkmate wins. Okay, so those are all of it. Also, stalemate is when the opposite player is not in check and has no legal moves. And a draw can happen with threefold repetition when the same position is repeated 3 times. And also, yeah, I'm gonna talk about there's also 50 move rule where you move something 50 times with no pawn moves or captures. Then it's a draw. So that is all about chess. This is a pretty long video, but I hope you learned very much about chess. And now for the surprise I told you about. I am gonna post a link in the description, and if you click on that link, you can be able to play online chess with me. So I bet you are all excited, and for now,